Hey guys, welcome back. This is the day 3 of Berget-15. For many of us, this was the last day at this event. And in this video, I'll share what I think of the event and if it was exactly as I hoped it would be. On this day 3 of Berget, we ran into some issues with a lot of friendly fire, which came down to some basic miscommunications. This is something that I don't really think can be avoided when there's this many players gathered from so many different countries. But nonetheless, a great day with a lot of fighting. Here it is.
Okay, forward.
Testing.
I want you in the bushes there, guys. I want you in the bushes there. I want you to clear 50 meters, 60 meters. Come on.
This is the back of the
Keep a
column,
line.
Celia.
Keep a line. 5, 6 meters apart each other. Medics, 5 meters.
But
behind you.
we're in the back.
Back of the column. Everyone's ahead of us already. We have people in the woods already.
So this is considered clear area, safe area.
I'm just saying the rest of the column is gone past.
Yes, but I want
We'll cover the rear and we have one team moving through.
No. The rear is covered by Charlie 1. I want you in the wood to make sure there is no man left there. So scan this area, please. Can you do that for me? Okay, thank you. Scan this area.
Wow.
Back in the
Advise that we not the sniper
Lovely. Thanks.
ahead of us. So
Yeah, we were already in there.
in the good
For
area.
fuck's sake.
There are ambushers, so we have to clean them out. This is Hancock. This is Vietnam War. Contact, square ahead.
Forward, stay on the
Okay,
road.
let's go.
Ditch on the roadside.
Hold.
Towards you into the
Same thing. Let's roll! Blev du dræbt med friendly fire?
This event was great, but for a new player, there was a lot that I wish I knew. Some of them are just things that I actually knew, but just underestimated. But first off, your mindset. If you think you're going to ordinary skirmish just over many days, you're wrong. This game started out with a huge fight and a lot of action right from the start. So after the first hour, I was amazed and also a bit confused, since I've heard many times that Milsim was about the whole experience, not the kills or huge fights. Oh. And as great as that first fight was, it ended with me already hyping myself to the fact that this could be a 3-day long non-stop fight. So already there, within the first hour, I made new expectations. And about 30 minutes from there, the fight was over, and there were no fight at all for like the next hour. We were just standing still, guarding a road. I quickly came to find out that this was not about the kills at all. During 3 days of playing, I managed to get somewhere around 10 kills, and I was told that that was actually pretty solid for a first timer. And normally you don't really do that on your first game. And this is not to brag and say I was told that I was better than average my first time. It's more to say, don't expect to go Rambo and get 500 kills over a 3-day span, because you're not going to see that much battle. One of my teammates got 0 kills, but still had an amazing time due to the fact of his mindset. Much of the time you just walk, which brings me to the next subject. We went around 10 to 20 kilometers a day. That's just, for me as a first timer, I had not seen that one coming. Not because 10 to 20 kilometers is a long distance, but because when you walk around with your vest, you walk around with water, you walk around with your weapon, when you suddenly have 20 kilograms of added weight, 10 to 20 kilometers is a long way to go if you're not prepared for it. So definitely something to take into account, that you will just be walking. There's not really a fight every 10 meters. You can walk for like 5 kilometers before you actually get to see another man. So, and you will not just be walking, you'll be walking in very difficult terrain, filled with rocks, holes, swamp areas, small closed tree areas. You'll have a difficult time just walking there normally, so really tough terrain. There's 2 more things I would really like to point out. First of all, the mosquitoes up here, they are fierce, so seriously, get some mosquito spray, spray every time you have the chance, because they are insane. They'll go through your clothes, they don't give a shit, they'll tear you apart. So seriously, mosquitoes, think about it, they will rip you apart. Second of all, sleeping situation. make sure you get a good night's sleep, because you will not get much of it. So when you can sleep, it really counts. I made the mistake of bringing a really thin sleeping pad, so I slept like shit because the ground up here is mainly rocks. So you can imagine how that was like, sleeping on a rock. Not nice. So if you have the opportunity to bring an inflatable one, if you have that opportunity, do it. Some of my teammates had an inflatable one, and there was not one single second of the night where I didn't want to just wake up, cut his throat, and steal his mattress just to get a good night's sleep. It's key. Plus the sun really don't go down, so you have 2 hours where the sun is down, and it will not get dark in that period because the sun is down for that short amount of time. So if you have something to cover your eyes, the thing many did in our tent was just to take their hood and mush it down on the head. But of course, if you have some sleeping goggles or whatever they're called, definitely recommend it. You really need the sleep as soon as you can get some. So these two are also key factors for a pleasant trip. These two are things that I did not take into account very seriously, and that kind of came back at me. I slept like shit because I slept on a rock, and I was really completely torn apart by mosquitoes. So seriously, 2 points that you really need to just take into consideration. These two will be a problem if you do not think about it. Also, there is the food and water situation you also need to take into consideration. If you want a pleasant trip, you need to be hydrated at all times. You need to get some energy, get some food. It's very important. You also have the opportunity to actually buy some food at the base, but you will need to have some cash with you because they do not take your card at the base. So either you need to stock up before you get there or have some cash. For me, I just stocked up on food before I got there. Got a lot of canned food, something that is not really required much of prepping, just actually open and eat. So for me that was good, but if you want to get some food, you can also buy a food ticket to the event. You just need to take into consideration that sometimes the food will be served when you're out on a mission, and you'll not be able to get that food. Then you could of course time your missions, make sure that you're home on the certain times that the food is served, but I know that this made some problems with some people in my group, so of course take it into consideration. Just make sure that you have some food, either something you bring yourself, either a food ticket, or that you have cash so you can buy food at the base. Of course there's also the packing, what you need to have, what's nice to have. I know that in general these are different from people to people, but basically be a bit skeptical, because when I went, for an example, I packed a shit ton of things that I never even looked at. They were just in my briefcase all the time in the tent, so no reason at all to bring it. So
Thanks, man.
think about what you pack, what is actually necessary. For an example, I brought grenades I never used. I brought like 9,000 BBs. I used somewhere between 1,000 and 2,000. So there were no reason for me to pack that much. It's so much extra weight. It could have been avoided. So think about what you pack. The only thing that I really didn't have enough of was socks. Socks are important as fuck. You will get wet shoes, even though it's not wet. You will sweat. So these socks will really, they'll be soaked. So bring some extra socks, a lot of extra socks. I had 2 socks for every day. Still not enough at all. Bring some good socks, some hiking socks, not just regular thin socks when you're walking those boots for that long in that terrain, get some proper socks and bring a bunch of them, so you have the opportunity to actually change. But these were just some quick tips for new players that is wondering if they should go to Berget. I know that I will most definitely go next year. I was so excited about this event. It fulfilled all my expectations. People were nice. People were having a good time. In 3 days I were witness to one argument. So not your typical play, not your typical game. Super hyped for next year. I will most definitely go. I will make some more videos. I will make a video first of all to show you what I packed, make a breakdown of what I could have spared and what I maybe would have needed some more of. Then I will also make a video explaining my gear, the current gun I'm using, and so on. So stay tuned. Please like and subscribe if you like the content. Give me a comment if you liked the video. Tell me what you liked, tell me what you didn't like. It would be much appreciated. So see you next time. Have a good one.